All right, first thing we want to do is we're going to multiply polynomials, but we need to understand how to multiply exponents. So in this case, we have, we add exponents when you're multiplying. So 2 and 3 gives us 2 to the 5th power, which 2 to the 5th power then is 32. Now that's pretty easy with numbers, but let's do variables. And in this case, we have a 7 and a 9, so we add those two up, which gives us 16. So our answer is x to the 16th. In this case, when there's no exponent, it really is a 1. So 1 plus 5 is y to the 6th. And in this case, since we're multiplying, we're going to add all of them up. And if we add all of them up, we get 10. So simply using the product rule is you add exponents. Now, when we have a power to a power, we're not just going to add the exponents, we're going to multiply the exponents. So in this case, 3 times 5 would be 2 to the 15th. And 2 to the 15th, we can put in our calculator and get the actual answer, which is 32,768. So there's the answer. But when we have variables, we just have to multiply the exponents together. Basically, when I see parentheses, I mean multiplication. So there's parentheses between exponents, we multiply. And now in this case, we have to do the negative, or the 7 times the 5, which is a negative 3 still, but this is to the 35th power, which will give us a negative answer. We're going to use that to multiply what's called monomials. Monomials is when we have no plus or minus signs. So I can multiply my number times my number, which is 8. But the letters, because I'm multiplying, I'm going to add the exponents. In this case, 2 plus 1 is 3. So now let's multiply our number times our number, which is negative 60. And if we add the exponents, we get 16. And so there's our answer. And here's our answer over here. Now what we want to do is multiply a monomial by more than 1, which is now a polynomial. And we're just going to distribute, basically. So 2 times 1, and x times x is x squared, and 2x times 4 is 8x. We're going to do the same thing here, number times number, which is 12. We add the exponents, which is 5. And then minus 15, and we add the exponents, which is 3. And then when we multiply the 3x squared times the 2, we number, and we add the exponents, there's only 2 of them, so we get our x squared. So there's our answer by multiplying or distributing. Now to multiply binomials, we've already learned that method, which is the FOIL. Now these aren't special ones, we're just going to do FOIL. So I'm going to go my first times my first, which is where we get x squared. My outside times my outside, 2x. My inside times my inside, which is 3x. And then my last times my last, which is 6. And when I combine the like terms, I end up with x squared, because these get combined, 5x plus 6. So multiplying a binomial involves a little bit more. So let's go through the same process. First times first, which is 6x squared. Outside times outside, negative 12x. Inside times inside is 14x. And then my numbers gives me a negative 28. Combining my like terms, I get a 2x. So I get 6x plus 2x minus 28. So all multiplying binomials means is using the FOIL method. Last type of problem is when it's not a binomial and we have more than one. So in this case, trinomial, 3. We have to multiply and we're going to distribute, but there's no special way. So I'm just going to take my first one and multiply by each of these. So when I do that, 2x times x squared is 2x cubed. 2x times 4x is 8x squared. And then 2x times 5 is 10x. Now the difference is when I multiply the 3 through everything. So when I multiply 3 times x squared, I get 3x squared. So what I'm going to do is I'm lining them up with like terms. So 3 times 4 is a 12x, and then 3 times 5 is 15, and since there's no number without a letter, I just have 15 by itself. Now I add them up. When I add up like terms, I get my answer. So we multiply through, distribute, and then we combine like terms.